show you how I made these easy origami boxes. There's no adhesive used in making these. It's all done by folding your paper. And the nice thing about it is you only need one sheet of square paper. Depending on the size of your paper will determine the size of your box. For example, this 12-inch square sheet of paper made this box, which is about 4 1/4 inches around square and 2 inches tall. An 8-inch square sheet of paper made this box, which is a 3-inch square and about 1 1/2 inches tall. And as you can see, I've used a couple of these to containerize some of my stamping supplies. These are my sponge daubers, and I keep this little box on my desk, and I put my unmounted rubber in here as I'm finished using them. It just helps to containerize them until I get around to cleaning and then filing them back. So let's get started. I have a square piece of paper here and a bone folder. Now I want the pattern of my paper to show on the box like this, so the pattern that you want on the outside of the box is going to go face down. In this case, the inside going to be white, but the inside's not going to be seen. The first step, you're going to fold the paper over in half, and make sure your paper line, your folds are nice and straight, and use a scoring tool, a bone folder, to get a nice strong crease. Open it back up and fold the opposite way. And then fold it back out. And then you'll see you'll have your fold lines going up and down and across. Then you're going to take each corner and fold it into the center using these folded lines as a guide. You don't want to go over those lines. You just want to fold your corners into the center point. And again, make sure, try and take your time with this. Make things a little neat. And you don't want to use cardstock for this. Cardstock tends to be a bit heavier and harder to fold. This is scrapbook paper, and heavy-duty scrapbook paper works really well. You can also practice this using copy paper. That's what I did a couple of times, just so that I could get the technique down, and I found that to be very helpful before I started using my scrapbook paper. So now your paper should look like this, all folded. Next is we're going to take each side and again fold it into the center. This is going to be just a little bit harder because you're folding folded paper. So you just want to make sure you get right into the center and have a nice even fold there, and then do the other side. And it kind of looks like cabinet doors. Now you're going to unfold that and do the same thing on these sides. You're just repeating what you just did. Okay, and I like to go back and kind of get my other folds back well. Okay, so at this point you have your sides folded up. What you're going to take is the top piece and fold it out, and the bottom piece and fold it out like this. Okay, and again I just kind of fold these two sections down again, but this is what your piece should look like now. Now, these have formed two of the sides of your box, and now you're going to form the other two sides. And this is really easy. What you're going to do is just kind of hold, while holding the box down, using your index fingers to pinch these two together and fold it over and into the inside of the box like that. Let me see if I can't give you a close-up of this a little better. I'll do the other side. You're pinching the two here, folding it over and inside the box, and you might have to just get a good fold in there. But that's that. That's the box. Do that. Now, in this particular box, the one that I have my unmounted rubber, what I've done, let me dump all of this out, is put another piece of coordinating paper on the bottom. I didn't glue it down, I just cut it to size and placed it in there. You can do the same thing with this, or you can just leave it as is. Now, if you want a box that has a lid, just make one of your boxes a little smaller than the other. So if your top is an 8-inch square, have your bottom a 7 3/4 or maybe a little bit smaller, and that should fit. This one was 7 3/4 and it's a little snug. I might have gone just a shade smaller than that. So that's all there is to it. Thank you for stopping by today, and I hope you've found this helpful.